think that was everything. Okay, there's only 3 things. Somehow I still fuck it up.
That's 3 too many.
3 too many.
Turn on the radio, sounding like a disco.
What's up, Kevin?
Oh, you know, keeping it real. About to watch a Gary Clark Jr. NPR Music Tiny Desk concert.
Right? About to watch some guitar playing.
I love watching guitar
Oh,
playing.
I'm so excited. I saw he was playing a Stratness. The last video I
that's
watched.
weird.
Yeah, he was playing a SG in the last
Yeah,
video.
he's
I watched.
normally an Epiphone guy, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
For a long time, he was playing an Epiphone Casino.
Oh, really?
That was his guitar of choice. Yeah.
Huh. I thought it was more like country roots rock, but it's almost like outlaw blues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I'm here for it. I haven't seen really. I've only seen 2 live videos. I saw him with Beyonce, in that video we did.
Yep.
And then I saw him do Guitar Man live on a video as well.
Yep.
That's all I've seen. So I'm really excited for this one. Someone recommended this on the Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, and Gary Clark one. So I was excited to know that there was another Gary Clark fan out there
Oh, dude.
for that video.
Gary Clark's getting big.
Yep. I'm so
I
excited.
mean, he's probably already way bigger than I understand.
But do you remember the he did that Beatles cover? Mm-hmm. And that was dope. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
The production. Well, it was in the Justice League movie, I think.
Spider-Man
For the
movie? Justice
soundtrack?
League? Yeah,
I think
one
it was
of
Justice
those.
League.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, really good. Excellent production.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot of instrumentation, weirdly enough. A lot of it's like programmed and kind of beats and stuff. But
Yeah.
man, it was
It was
dope.
cool though. Yep.
Such a good attitude in that song.
And like my opinion of Gary Clark Jr. as a guitar player is the same as mine. As like I was talking about this about like Maisie the other day, and like John Mayer. Like he doesn't. It's not always like super flashy, but it's always right.
Yep.
It's always like correct.
Yeah, he would be what I would consider to be like a slow hands kind of guy, like a Clapton vibe.
Yeah.
It's just like not a hell of a lot of notes going on, but they're the right ones, and they got attitude. He was playing with his thumb for a lot of it too. That's like he was doing a lot of that, which
that
gives you a
light buzz,
different
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It gives you a very different attack. It doesn't hit right away. It kind of is just like brah for each note, and when you're playing through that, you get this like cool kind of like stepped on sound, which is really dope.
Interesting.
I'll try and explain that better than stepped on sound, but it's just like it's kind of got this like there's extra little, like a very little bit of space added to it, like a very little bit of muting that happens while he picks, right?
Yeah.
Rather than being like a pick moving really fast across it, you have this like finger contacts and pushes through, and there's this like extra little bit of silence that happens from that as he's playing fast, and it's really cool.
Interesting. I'm excited to see it. I'm not going to talk too much more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you want to see. These Tiny Desk ones especially, man. Because
Yeah,
come
I
on.
like it.
Come on. You ready for this?
I love tiny desks.
Yeah, me too. We're going to do one of these. We're going to do a Tiny Desk in our not so tiny home.
Yep.
In our not
There
so
is a
tiny
tiny
home.
desk, though.
This is a Tiny Desk, yeah. We could have this in the shot,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The whole YouTube studio,
a
just like the
tiny
background.
desk.
Yeah. Anyway, coming up. Keep your eyes peeled. You ready?
Yes.
You're on volume this time.
Yep.
Okay.
Call it what you want, you can call it what you want.
I like it already.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Damn. That's an Ibanez.
Is that what that is?
I believe that's in like an
Oh,
Ibanez
what he's
from-
playing. Sorry, I'm looking at
Ibanez
the
from,
slide.
like the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he's playing.
Yeah.
That's just so dope.
Yeah, interesting. This whole setup, like, I love when they're actually at the Tiny Desk like studio here because like
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh yeah, I'm excited about all this.
sounds so good.
I don't want to get into too much of it too early.
Thermostat Williams was cool as a fan. He ran the neighborhood, was the man in demand. But Thermostat Williams got too hot on the block. They ran him out of town and the whole operation stopped. Saying, what about us?
Like, and you can hear like the dynamic change, like just from that light fuzz in the guitar. Like he's playing it really hard to make it break up, and
Yep.
it barely sustains.
Oh yeah.
Barely sustains.
Yeah, which is wild.
And I would argue that guitar would sustain fairly well. It wouldn't be like a Les Paul, but it would sustain okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every guitar that he plays sustains well. Like, weirdly enough, he's got these like quite like even the Casino, they're full hollow body. So they're like this thing's gonna sing if he wants it to, but again, that tone that he plays is so tough. It's like you have to push and push and push to get sustain out of it, and even when you do, it's like it goes away super fast. It's really interesting, like that kind of classic fuzz sound, because like they were built with just bad quality parts back in the day, and it couldn't let signal through without it being forced through, because you had to have actual voltage driving through it. So when you put things in front of it, it just kind of ate away at your guitar signal, and you could have this like kind of like kind of brown note sound thing that happens, and he's using it to his advantage. It's dope, but it's hard to play.
Yeah. And like on top of that, he's doing all this like it's a little bit like when the chord change happens, it's off time. That would be hard to sing to, in my opinion.
Out of town and the whole operation stopped, saying, what about us? Everybody saying, what about us? And there goes the neighborhood one way or another. You can call it what you want, but the young blood's taking over. So don't get too comfortable, just plan on moving over. Cause things don't stay the same, it's the same thing over and over. What about?
And see, like vocally too, it's like he's just like in his pocket, man, and it's just like he's just telling his story, and it's just oh man, it sounds so good.
I love this.
I love this.
Like, I love this.
Oh yeah, man, I'm just like I'm enjoying just watching him just feeling himself here, because
100%.
Yeah, and like
so good.
It's like it feels authentic, and it's like he's telling it's a cool story, and it's like it feels like it's like it doesn't feel forced.
Yep.
Like it's
Agreed.
Yeah, I appreciate the shit out of this.
Don't stay the same, it's the same thing over and over. What about us? Everybody saying, what about us?
Nice.
Hey, Mr. Williams, what you gonna do now? You done got way too big for that little big town. They don't look at you the same when you come around. And everybody wants it out, and the voices keep getting louder, saying, what about us? Everybody saying, what about us?
That was interesting. What was that?
I think he switched pickups,
You think so?
and then he switched back.
Oh, okay.
I think.
You think it was by accident?
I think he was trying to like give it some edge, and I think it's too much for that environment.
Okay, that makes
Like,
sense.
because so often when you got like a rig that you're used to in a certain environment and things like that, you have this like, okay, this is that setup, but you get into an intimate setting right here, and you have certain tones that work at the volumes that you're on, and then you like switch, and then you're like, whoa, shit, this is too much. And I think that's what happened there.
Okay.
Because he had this like really cutting sound all of a sudden, and then it was just like, whoa, that's way too much for what's going on here. And a neck pickup has this like kind of like soothe softness to it, because like I think if drums were like wailing and the bass was wailing, then all of a sudden he's got more space to be more kind of cutting
Cut like
there.
that, yeah. And the drummer's playing bundles too, which is smart for this kind of setup. Speaking to the environment, but I noticed you can see the pickup selector in the video, so let's see.
Our voices keep getting louder, saying, what about us?
So it's up.
Everybody saying, what about us?
No,
Doesn't show the part though.
Didn't show the part, but it shows him start playing, and the sound changes before he's moved his hand. So like I think he's got another pedal that he clicked on.
It almost sounds like a wah is sitting like on, but like cocked
Something like
back,
that, like
and
a
maybe
half
just like
cock
bumped it
wah.
up and then come back. You know what I mean?
That could be, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's a pickup. I think it's something that he added with his foot somewhere in there.
Interesting.
Everybody saying, what about us?
Yeah, you're
You
right.
can hear him click it with his foot actually.
Yeah.
Which is like a really like you can watch his right foot here.
Everybody saying, what about us?
I think it's a wah on his left foot, isn't it?
I don't
He's
know.
got his foot on it already.
He did something to shift weight.
Yeah.
But that's all I saw.
Right here, watch.
Yeah.
Out and our voices keep getting louder, saying, what about us?
Just like here.
Everybody saying, what about us?
I don't know.
There goes the neighborhood one way or another.
Chronos are so dope.
Oh, he's got a Moog going on. The
Oh, is that
side
what
there.
it
That's
is?
what he switched to.
Oh,
for that.
okay.
Do-do, bueno. That's all like that Moog thing. And also, Gary Clark Jr. being the guitar guy in this, he's doing dip, dip, bip, 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 bip.
Yeah.
He's just holding it down.
You know what's really interesting though is like everything that he plays and sings, they never interfere with each other.
No.
And there is a little bit of like stuff like I'm watching, I'm just thinking about like when you're how you play that, and it's like I would struggle for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at least for a little while, but like he seems like so fluid back and forth.
Yeah.
Like he can sing freely and he can play guitar freely, and they just kind of happen together. Yeah.
They were like breathing for him. There's one thing that I never really noticed until now, but like the drummer is playing trad grip, so his hand is playing with the stick this way rather than this way on the left hand. It's so uncomfortable looking. The guy's got this lean on his shoulder, and he's sitting that way the whole time. That's got to be terrible for your posture.
It's bad for your posture, but like remember when you guys hired that drummer for your record?
Yeah.
And he was playing like just watching like this, watching his sheet music?
Yeah.
It'd be easier.
Yeah.
You'd be right there,
Yeah, that's fair.
right?
But it's just strange.
Yeah.
It just looks like, oh, you're going to do that whole night?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I like that grip when I'm in a comfortable position, but the problem is I can't sit in a comfortable position for long enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
Everybody say what about us? What about us? Everybody say what about us?
Nice.
There goes the neighborhood one way or another. You can call it what you want, but the young blood's taking over. So don't get too comfortable, just plan on moving over. Cause things won't stay the same, it's the same thing over and over. What about us? Everybody sing what about us?
Well, play something. Oh, okay.
No, he's saying back there.
You know what I'm going to give him credit for? Is a lot of that falsetto stuff, he could sing no problem chest voice. Even like probably a very relaxed chest voice, but he kept it in falsetto, which is actually really tricky to do.
Yeah.
Yep, I struggle with that. I struggle a lot with that.
He's doing it really, like, it's style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's picked a style in this, and it's this kind of, like, restrained smoothness that's going on. And, like, you were saying, like, oh, yeah, take it for a spin. I don't think he's doing that.
No.
I think this is, like, songwriter version of him.
Of like,
Yeah.
like Southern blues. Yeah, because I was waiting for him to start snapping, and it's just like, no, like, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, no, this is just a jam that he's, and, like, again, he's a talented vocalist.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, he's showing off. It's just not, you know, I think that's kind of sucks when you are the guitar guy that it's, oh, yeah, now solo.
Yeah.
It's like, or I'm just doing a song. Maybe that's not what I'm gonna do here.
You know what though? Like in this situation, it's keeping me intrigued because it's like I'm sitting here thinking, are we
100%
just
you're
watching one or we're
anticipating
watching
one.
the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and now I'm thinking
you.
we're watching the whole thing. Like, oh, I love this line. Like this whole chorus or whatever. I
Yeah.
love it. I think it's great. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
write it on
really
my
good.
Instagram tonight. That kind of thing.
I needed an online store for my jewelry design business, so shop here powered by
Wild. Wild. Yeah, he's a sweaty boy.
Oh, yeah.
Take
One
the
song
toque
in.
off.
Yeah, toque and a leather
Thank you.
jacket indoors.
It's an honor to be here at Tiny Desk. It's a little bit warmer than I thought it would be, but I feel sexy in this jacket, so I'm gonna sweat through it.
Looks sexy in that jacket too.
This is my life, people.
Yeah.
Here's one called
That's
when I'm
that was for sure. It was the wah pedal. He just turned it on. Yeah. I just want to give credit to like these shotgun mics. Like that is not something I bet you these people, not one of them, have sang into as like a vocal mic before.
No.
And they're doing a really good job.
Yep.
Yep. Like a shotgun mic, like I have one on my camera. You probably won't hear it unless we fuck something up. But like it's like right in front of it. It sounds really really nice.
Yeah.
But then like you move away from it and it doesn't sound like anything at all.
Yeah.
So
They're one of those things that, like, again, I've always been impressed with the NPR stuff because, like, the production in terms of how they're recording these things is so clean.
it's so good.
But, like, they're not using stuff that's, like, traditionally used for this type of thing, for live or for performance. So it's like you're using something that works perfectly, but you got to be pretty skilled on how to make it work.
Because like that mic would normally be used in like an interview situation where like you have a camera that's picking up the audio feed like directly, and like you're usually a long ways away. Like it's got a really long like a capsule on it that's like just space, so it just pushes that sound down like the long tunnel, right? So
Yeah,
it's-
you usually see it on a boom pole with people standing
Yeah.
on top of news people and stuff. Like it's not, you know, the nicest sounding vocal, like for vocal.
Yeah.
It's just not nice. It's for intelligibility. That's its like main function. But like, it sounds nice.
Yeah,
Like,
they're doing a
his
good job.
All the voices sound full. Mm-hmm. Like again, I'm just always impressed. They always use unique ways of approaching things, and they always sound great.
yeah, it's dope.
It's about my kid who's here with me on tour, named Z. Got a little girl named Gia, and I'm trying to do the dad thing and bring him out here, and I'm tired, people.
I bet.
Here we go.
That was very honest.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at him just chilling, eh?
Yeah.
What were we gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, so he was playing slide on that guitar, and then now he's gonna use it just as a standard guitar. And usually, like for a slide guitar, you have to set up the action really, really high. So that means either that he's playing something that's really uncomfortable to play right now, or he is one hell of a slide player because you get such noise and such fret noise when you're playing slide over top of something that's not set up for slide.
It was a
So-
brass slide too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
those
big
are
old-
extra noisy.
Well, they're heavy too.
Yeah,
So they
like-
clonk on the frets a
Yeah.
lot usually, and his slide playing was pretty pristine.
Pretty top tier, yeah.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden he's just no switches, no nothing, just keep on rocking.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Giving me like a Doors vibe.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. The bass looks, I don't know if he switched basses. I'm just noticing it though.
No,
Looks,
same one.
Looks great.
Yeah. Big ol' P bass.
Yeah. See, like the two are independent. Like he's sitting there working on his tone while he's playing those chords, and he's just singing away, like just having fun.
Yep.
It's just they're independent of each other. It's really neat.
When I'm gone, I hope that everything in your world is right. When you're lost, I pray that everything that I taught you will turn you right back around. When you need me, I will always be by your side. Whoa, baby. Oh, baby, just know everything is gonna be alright. When I get home,
Nice.
I'm gonna hold you just a little bit closer. Until I'm gone, I'm gonna love you just a little bit longer. Been around the world and back.
It's funny to see like because like 9 times out of 10 this situation not included, when you're singing into a microphone you have to stay right here, so it kind of like it picks for you where you have to like keep your head and like what you can look at, what you can't look at, but it's like you can tell that he can't hide behind it now. And it's interesting to see him just kind of like awkwardly, I don't want to say awkwardly, but just like looking down the room.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different type of performance now.
Yeah, that's like, imagine that if you were just all of a sudden you took away the platform that stuck you there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially as a guitar player, like if you could just kind of and get like, that's a weird amount of freedom.
Yeah.
That yeah, and like you can't escape it. You know, if you need to cough, it's like right there.
Yeah. Well, you can hear like when he went off to the side talking about his kids, like
Yeah.
you can hear that it moves, but
Yeah,
he's still
yeah,
there,
it's
right?
still there.
What I do like about this though is like you could tell that like in this situation with these microphones, nobody's practiced at it because it's just not normal for this situation. But it really showcases how talented they are.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a choice but to sound
Yeah,
stripped
they've
down and
adapted.
open, right?
Yep.
So yeah, dope.
Daddy's a country boy, just trying to make it in the city, and I don't know when I'm coming back. I've never seen you underneath the sky, looking so pretty till I packed up my Cadillac. Me and the boys got some work, it's about to get busy. Turn up the radio, step on the gas now, baby, gotta go, yeah. But when I
Yeah, so is he changing the embouchure in his mouth, or is he just got guitar mouth going on?
A bit of guitar mouth.
Bit of guitar mouth, because it's not sacrificing any tone.
No.
Which is really like I'm waiting for it to, and I'm watching for it, and it's not sacrificing anything.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that like side mouth thing that happens when you're playing guitar. Like, it's a weird thing, man. Every guitar player singer does it.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. There's not one that doesn't.
now, baby, gotta go, yeah. But when I get home, I'm gonna hold you just a little bit closer until I'm gone. Yeah, I'm gonna love you just a little bit longer. Yeah, oh yeah, just a little bit longer. I'm gonna a little longer. I'm gonna be your forever man. Yeah. When I get home,
Nice.
I'm gonna hold you just a little bit closer until I'm gone. I'm gonna love you just a little bit longer, baby. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, like it's all just so nice to listen to, right? Like it's just,
Super chill.
yep, it's beautiful. I'm loving every moment of this.
Longer, baby. Yeah. Oh. I can't wait to hold you and love you a little bit longer. Oh yeah. Oh baby.
Watch the drummer. Just watch his eyes.
Okay.
There, he's like looking for an ending, and he is super awkward looking for it.
Love you a little bit longer. Oh yeah. Oh baby.
Yeah, see? Caught it.
Just a little bit longer, yeah. I'm gonna love you just a little bit longer, yeah.
So get what Kevin's talking about is when you're in a band like this and you don't have like a track or something to officiate the ending. Sometimes if that's going really well, say in the band that I was in, if that outro was going really well and everyone was dancing, we would stretch it out. So it might be 8 bars. Now we're doing 16. Maybe we're even 20 sometimes, right?
Yep.
And just keep going. And then what you do is it's a cue. So when he's saying a little bit longer, like that's
Yep.
the cue that the drummer was waiting
Eyes.
for.
You just look watching for the eyes.
Yep.
But like he was staring.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
buddy was
staring
watching
for it.
He probably missed it before once.
Well, yeah,
Didn't want to
who
miss it
knows? Yeah,
again.
didn't want to lose some money on his
Like
check.
that Prince stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's finish this one.
Yep.
Gonna love you just a little bit longer, yeah.
Wild.
Thank you.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Hey?
This will also be one of those situations where, like, you know, they have a normal way of doing it, and this is going to be outside of the realm of their normal way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So before the show, I'm sure that Gary was just like, hey, just everybody watch me for the end.
Yeah, watch me for the changes.
Like,
yep.
because he's going to push it where he wants it to push it. And I'm wondering that kicking to the wah thing, I wonder if there was a section there that he kicked out of because he thought it was too aggressive.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
I think there was something that it was going to go to, and then he was like, no.
because he kept doing the blip,
Mm-hmm.
blip, and that looked like around that time I was trying to find what the change was, and like that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think he's making calls for the environment that he's in.
Yeah, that makes sense. But okay, well, let's call it there. We'll do the last two for tomorrow. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the request, man. This is gorgeous. Yep.
Gary Clark Jr. So
Yep.
dope.
I'm excited to add him to the weekly.
Yeah, me too.
For sure. For sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. We'll see everybody again soon.
Yeah.
Let's go watch The Rock make what's his name look small.